One thing I can guarantee you, you're not going to see any bow ties, re-entries, hopovers, shoots. You're not going to see any of that out of me today. But I do have the drone, and we might get some cool footage. We'll see what we can do. Headed out with Chris from the 360. My nephew Andrew, he's our lifting muscle. Let's do this. Haven't ridden in 2 years. Got to test out this shoulder. Let's go. Alright, so this is not only my first ride of the season, this is my first ride in 2 seasons. I screwed my shoulder up 2 years ago in McCall, and it just wasn't healing. I kind of just got along with it through the summer, and it was slowly getting better. And I didn't want to miss out on 2 seasons of riding, so I finally said, screw it, and went and started physical therapy. Oh, this looks fun. First ride in 2 years, and we're knocking the rust off. My shoulder is nowhere near 100%, so I told these guys I'll just go along, do some trail riding, get outside. I can already feel my shoulder's not going to be good. So, we'll see. One thing I can guarantee you, you're not going to see any bow ties, re-entries, hopovers, shoots. You're not going to see any of that out of me today. But I do have the drone, and we might get some cool footage. We'll see what we can do. Our shakedown ride of 2024.
Oh man, so that's quite the trail ride to get into this riding area. We had stumps, logs, rocks, ditches, creeks, bridges, everything you can think of to get up to this place. And this is kind of the very entrance of the main riding area. This is where our day took a turn for the worse. Chris is dropping down this 400-foot hill. I was gonna chase him with the drone, have him do some hill climbs and some jumps and whatnot. And I said, take off, I'll go follow you with the drone. So I'm trying to get in position. He gets down here, there's a little gully. He has to pin it to jump it or to clear it, not a big deal. But as soon as he did that, his drive belt broke. It's a TKI drive belt. It's not the main belt, it's a little drive belt. It's an option that we added to these sleds to reduce the weight, and it broke on us. We had Annie drop down a 400-foot hill, so there's no way to tow a snowmobile up a hill 400 feet. So we got on the sleds, rode double all the way back down that trail to the truck, drove 2 hours back home, swapped a belt out of my sled, grabbed Chris's other sled, drove 2 hours back up, did the swap out on the mountain, and then drove back down the trail, back home. We got home at 1 a.m. It was a nightmare. It was just a really long day. Honestly, it went fairly smoothly. We got it out. We were happy because there was a huge storm coming, dumping like 3 to 4 feet of snow up there, so his sled would have been buried. So I just switched my role, and while Chris was messing around with his sled, I'm like, I'm gonna fly the drone around and just shoot some random people. I don't know who these guys are, but this guy catches a pretty sweet jump. I'm getting better at the drone. I missed framing that one a little bit, but I just bought this DJI Mini 3 Pro. It's pretty cool. I've had a DJI before. This guy gets stuck. I don't know what he does. He just loses his balance and tips over on this hill climb, but I've never really flown FPV before. I always flew it like an RC airplane where you're looking at the drone and flying it around that way. I'm getting used to flying it off of the screen. This guy does a pretty nice hill climb. I think it's a Turbo Skidoo, maybe a Polaris. I'm not sure what it is, but a nice hill climb up this. The snow was pretty awesome. They just got about a 2-foot dump. Before that, they had nothing, but the coverage is still a little thin. As you could tell on the trail ride in there, you could see the dirt coming through. But I'm getting used to this drone. I'm looking forward to doing some more of this kind of stuff. It's just, I wanted to do more riding footage, obviously some helmet stuff, but we just didn't do it. It turned into that rescue mission, but this cool footage was just too nice to not show it. Mount Baker is beautiful in the winter, especially when the sun comes out like this, which is rare. You don't really see blue sky at Baker. Mount Baker has year after year after year the biggest snow base of any ski resort in North America. They get 10, 15, 20 feet of snow a year. It is unbelievable how much snow they get up there. It's just its geographic location. It's pretty close to the Fraser River, so it's a little bit colder than like the Crystal Mountain and those that are down by Rainier. So it's a little bit colder, and it just gets dumped on, and you can see that the snow coverage honestly in North America is pretty weak right now, but Mount Baker isn't doing too bad. After this, since this was filmed, they've got another 3 or 4 feet of snow. So even these little treetops and stuff are all gonna start to be covered, and that's what we're used to normal riding this time of year. But anyway, I just thought I would do a video. This is not the way I wanted my first snowmobile video to go, but I'm gonna put it up anyway. I think the footage is cool enough to justify it. I hope you enjoy the scenery, enjoy the footage, and we will get a better snowmobile video up soon. We're going to McCall February 16th, I believe, and there's gonna be a pretty big group of us. Hopefully the weather cooperates. Hopefully they start to get some snow. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the scenery. Thanks for watching.